This segment is brought to you by Big Sky Flies and Jigs, tackle you can trust, and Tourism Saskatchewan. Start planning your visit today.
Let's talk about the jigs and the jigs I use and have been using for the last 5 or 6 years, and that's Big Sky jigs. Tough, durable tackle that you can trust. Come in a wide variety of colors, sizes, and even hook shank sizes where I'm fishing a leech, or I'm fishing frozen baits, or my favorites, which is big bite baits, soft plastics. Big Sky jigs goes along with anything that you're fishing. Here I've got a big bite baits on it, and I've tipped it with a stinger hook. Now when those shallow striking walleye come up, they're getting that stinger hook. We've all been jigging, set the hook, felt the weight of the fish, and come up with half our bait. It's because they were short striking. If you tie on a stinger hook, I promise you, you will land 90% more of the walleye that bite your hook just by that stinger hook. Again, the Big Sky jig with that flash, but they also create vibration. A lot of people just set their jig down, pick it up, set it down, pick it up. When I get to a spot the first time I'm jigging, the first 6 to 10, 12 times, I pick my jig up and smash it off the bottom as hard as I can because it's creating flash and vibration. But how do I find them jigging? I first set up and bottom bounce. Again, I've got another big bite bait on here, 4-inch disc worm, one of my favorite color patterns, black with the white tail. Now, you've heard me throughout the years talk when I'm bottom bouncing that I like my bouncer to hit every 2.5 to 3 feet. And again, bottom contact is key. That's moving along. What's happening back here is you're creating that flash and vibration with your blade, beads, and along comes the big bite baits, frozen minnow, whatever you're using. And that's bouncing along, setting up those strikes. Once I find them, right away, I come back over top of them and jig. That's a 1-2 combo, a 1-2 punch that I use, and it's served me well for hooking into a lot more walleye. Right as I round the corner, we're coming out of 11 feet of water, and the boat right now is in 18 feet of water, so they're sitting on that hill. Yeah, the wind is really pushing us around. But yeah, this is a little better one. Show them to the camera. This is bottom bouncing is a great way to cover a lot of water looking for active fish. And that's all we're doing. We're just covering water, looking for these active fish. Pop that out of there. Simple little bait. That's probably its 10th or 12th fish already. And nothing huge yet, but we're working our way through them. Away he goes. All right, got one on. This one looks like it might be a little better fish too. So I'm gonna give him his time here. Yeah, he is. So we got a Big Sky jig, and we baited it with a swimming jerk bait from Big Bite Baits, and we're just popping it along the bottom. We'll go for some bigger ones. But all we're doing is just setting it on the bottom, and it's a swim bait. So we're just cast it out a wee bit, and instead of vertical jigging, we're jigging it up, letting it hit. Jigging it up, letting it hit. And as it does that, the jerk bait itself is actually swimming just like a dying minnow, and it's working perfect.
This Gear Talk is brought to you by Bass Pro Shops and Cabela's. Your adventure starts here.
Today, let's talk about total boat control. And even further, let's talk about the power poles and how I use them. There's the power poles, which are the shallow water anchor system. However, equipped with the power pole drift paddles have really upped the game for us, especially for walleye anglers. Lindy rigging, bottom bouncing, you can now control your boat in a wide variety of conditions. You can even manipulate your boat to go sideways working with your trolling motor. These have increased my slow, subtle walleye bites by 100%. I can quickly change out my drift paddles to what angles I want to work with, put them back. I can manipulate my boat in a variety of different ways. Then, if I'm fishing shallow water conditions, I can actually use them as an anchor system, or if I'm waiting at the boat launch for my fishing partner. Power pole and power pole drift paddles are a 1-2 punch for those slow, subtle walleye bites.
Fishing the Wild West TV will be right back.